Hi, Thomas Miller again from the Fun Astrology Daily Podcast. I'm going to give you some of my personal thoughts on this video that was put out as I'm recording this video yesterday by the Prince and Princess of Wales. This, of course, is on the social website, formerly known as Twitter, that had the story of Catherine telling about her abdominal cancer. I did a video yesterday, but I want to revisit that video in light of one little aspect in this chart that I think is worth examination. And that is, we pointed out yesterday that the Sun and Neptune are 5 degrees apart from each other. Neptune is in its own sign of Pisces. Pisces rules this little piece of pie in the chart, the 12th house, which among other things rules secrets. It also rules institutions and confinement. Keep that in mind. Secrets and confinement. Neptune also rules lies, deception, illusion, and delusion. And it was interesting to me in the video that I did yesterday, which was based on the official narrative, as though that was her coming out as Princess of Wales, that the Sun represents her in this interpretation. And it's in the 8th house. Both of these are in the 8th house, this piece of pie right here. And the 8th house is ruled by Pluto. And Pluto, among other things, and you've seen all of these stories and all of these speculations, Pluto rules death, for one thing. And I know a lot of people are wondering if Catherine is alive, and supposedly the video yesterday was evidence of that. Pluto also rules secrets as well. So we have a double emphasis on secrets. We have lies and deceptions. We have the Sun replacing the Moon in that position. And do you know that just yesterday, a friend of mine sent me a video thing that he's working on that he asked to use my voice on, and it is AI generated in a video that he created, and it sounds about like that far away from my actual voice. So we live in a world now where this is possible. So I think in the light of astrology, and I'll tell you this, a good astrologer never takes anything at face value, because all of these symbols on the chart have two sides to them. A coin has two sides. Mars has two sides. Pluto has two sides. And we have to look at both sides of that in any kind of astrological interpretation. So we don't just take something or anything at face value and call ourselves a good astrologer. Now, here's the reason why I'm really skeptical, and I produced corporate and broadcast videos for 20 years, and I got really good at being able to analyze that whole screen for anomalies. Let me show you a couple that I'm looking at. This is a picture that matches the many other pictures that we have seen of Princess Catherine since she and William married, and she has a couple of very distinctive features. One is, I'm just going to focus on this mole here. I know she has another over here, but also look at her dimples and look at the structure of her cheekbones. London, we've got a problem. There's no mole. There's not even the structure for dimples. So in light of what I just showed you about Neptune and lies and deceptions and secrets and confinements, who is this? Is this even real? Or have we come to that point in our culture where a computer can actually emulate a royal princess? And why is her husband not with her? You would think in a situation like this that the future King of England would be sitting with his wife, but somebody told me that you can't do aspects in AI. You can only do one. I don't know. And with some merit, you could come along and ask, do I even have a right to ask these questions? Do we, as the public, have a right? Or should we just acknowledge what they said? And oh, by the way, did you notice in her announcement, she said, we need time away. Well, what they basically did is just shoved her into the 12th house of confinement. So I don't know the answers to these things, but I saw enough in this chart, including this area of her relationship, the 7th house with Mars in there of intense conflict, and Saturn again, a very dark planet in the relationship area, to say that this could be trouble for her and William, and it could be covering up some things that they're not ready to take public yet. And I don't know, but I'm willing to ask the tough questions.